Have you seen a plot twist so unpredictable you literally fell out of your chair in disbelief? I worked at Miller's Pharmacy in our small town doing deliveries for elderly customers who couldn't get around much. Every Tuesday, I'd drop off heart medication to apartment 3D for this woman named Irene. Sweet lady, maybe 80 years old, always offered me root beer and crackers when I showed up. First few times, I just dropped off her pills and left. But she seemed lonely, so I started staying for 10 minutes to chat. She had these wild stories about working at a diner in the 50s, dating 3 guys at once without any of them knowing. Made me laugh every time. After a couple months, those 10-minute visits turned into 30 minutes, then an hour. I'd fix her broken TV, help carry groceries upstairs, even brought her Chinese food on Sundays because she mentioned loving orange chicken. Irene became like family to me. My own grandma died when I was 12, so having someone to talk to felt amazing. She'd ask about my girlfriend problems, give me advice about saving money, even helped me practice job interviews for better positions. One Tuesday in March, she handed me this thick envelope. "Don't open it till after I'm gone," she said with a serious look. "It's something special for you." I got emotional thinking about losing her, but she just smiled and made me promise. 3 weeks later, I got the call. Irene passed away peacefully in her sleep. I was devastated. This woman had become one of my closest friends. I showed up to her funeral expecting maybe 10 people. Instead, the church was packed. 60 people. Easy. Grandkids running around, family members I'd never heard her mention, friends from book clubs and bridge games. During the reception, I introduced myself to her granddaughter, Kelly. "I'm Noah from the pharmacy," I said. "Your grandma was incredible. We became really close over the past year." Kelly looked confused. "I'm sorry. Irene who?" My stomach dropped. "Irene Hoffman, apartment 3D at Sunset Manor." "Oh no," Kelly laughed. "My grandma is Irene Patterson. She lived in 3B until she moved to Florida last Christmas." I felt like I was going to throw up. We figured it out quickly. The pharmacy system never updated when the real customer moved away. For 8 months, I'd been delivering medication to the wrong Irene in 3D instead of the right Irene who used to live in 3B. Neither of us ever realized the mistake. She never questioned why some random pharmacy guy kept showing up with pills she didn't need. I never questioned why she always seemed confused when I mentioned her prescription. Kelly was staring at me with this amazed expression. "Wait, so you just became friends with a complete stranger by accident?" I nodded, still processing everything. Then I remembered the envelope. I opened it that night at home. Inside was a handwritten note. "To Noah, you were the best mistake of my life. Thank you for being the grandson I always wanted when mine were too busy to visit." And a check for $12,000. The note continued. "Use this for whatever dream you've been putting off. You gave an old woman 8 months of happiness she never expected to have." I called Kelly the next day and told her about the money. She started crying on the phone. She had been saving that money for years, she said. "We all assumed it would go to charity. Turns out the wrong Irene had more money than anyone knew. But more importantly, she'd been desperately lonely until I accidentally walked into her life. Best pharmaceutical error in history."